there's a chance that some of the info in this vid will help us find out exactly how we are actually supposed to upgrade that gun.
Gun isn't actually upgradable within Shadows of Evil, which seems to me like there's going to be some sort of bigger Easter egg involved in order for this gun to be upgraded.
Found that the second Magua heart, upon picking it up, it actually creates a save. There's a save in there, it goes into the coding, and basically tells the game, look, he's done this, so you need to save that and remember that his account has saved that heart or picked up that heart. So
friends, we are going to be hunting for the Apothican Servant upgrade in Drive to Drive.
It is not possible to upgrade the Apothican Servant in Shadows of Evil.
Black Ops 3, widely considered the best Call of Duty game for zombies to this day, 10 years later, and there's very good reason for it. The game started with Shadows of Evil, a map reminiscent of Mob of the Dead, a seemingly completely unrelated side story, where zombies in a completely different setting, this time a busy city in the 40s, which happens to be currently getting invaded by some Lovecraftian squid monsters. These big tentacle guys are called Apothicans, and unsurprisingly, aren't the most friendly. All except for the Apothican Servant. This map's wonder weapon, and quite easily the weirdest gun in the series. It's this amalgamation of body parts which becomes this weird black hole gun, which make out random Apothican parts flying across the map. You just mash these three things together and somehow make a new Apothican, which is alive, but you instantly slam your fist into its arse, and it just lets out this horrible noise. Now, this is a gun, but it's also a living creature that you are turning against its own race, and you're basically using it as a weapon from its birth, and you're just constantly feeding it some weird glowing orb, so it can spit out some interdimensional portal. Considering how different this is to all other weapons in the series, it's not surprising you can't just stick this into the pack-punch machine, even though in this map that's also a weird interdimensional portal with Apothican tentacles. But at Black Ops 3's release, there was a little glitch that meant you could, and it was really easy to do. Just switch guns and try pack-punching while you're pulling out the Apothican Servant, and the hole will swallow up and give you the same gun back, but with barbed wire tucked onto the end. Or you can just pop the gobble gum, and that would upgrade the gun for a minute. The upgraded version looks identical to the original, but shot red portals that last much longer than the original, and has 25 bullets instead of the normal 10. Given the fact that literally everything on Shadows of Evil can be upgraded, from the shield to the sword and even the trip mine, and there is a coded in upgrade, the community decided that there had to be an Easter egg on Shadows of Evil that would upgrade the Apothican Servant. So the Easter egg hunt began, and people began micro-analysing every single detail of the map and the gun. First of all was the names, as the gun has 4 different names depending on who's holding it, which people expected to be related to the upgrade because each character has an area dedicated to them, so it would have their own upgrade depending on the character. Then people noticed the dead Margle heart, that the mark was dropped near the end of the Easter egg, which is stored in the inventory when picked up, and unsurprisingly, people thought it had to mean something. It didn't mean anything. But the smoking gun came next, proof that there had to be something unsolved in Shadows of Evil. Models found in the game files that there were these cocoons made for Shadows of Evil, and that they could be forced to spawn in the map, but nobody could make them spawn without the use of mods or console commands. If somebody could just work out the Easter egg to make them spawn in, the upgrade had to be in there. Put the gun in the cocoon, and Abguios comes out.
It is not possible to upgrade the Apothican Servant in Shadows of Evil.
After months of Easter egg hunting, this statement from the director of Zombies wasn't enough to stop people hunting. After this statement, people concluded that you'd need to do something on the giant to unlock the upgrade Easter egg on Shadows of Evil, and started hunting for more Easter eggs there, where there was obviously none to be found. This lasted until DLC 1, The Rise of Draka, came out, and the Apothican Servant was put on the back burner, as it was obviously going to only be upgradable by some super Easter egg once all of the 4 maps in the game's life had been released. Every map had a little gateworm icon that lit up when you finished the Easter egg on that map. The same gateworm that's used to unleash the Apothicans in Shadows of Evil to begin with. It all made sense really. But then, eventually, the last map of Black Ops 3, Revelations, came out with the Apothican Servant just in the box. And it didn't take too long for people to find the upgrade method on this map. You just shoot out some space rocks in the sky. Those space rocks get teleported to the Pack-a-Punch and then you just stick it in there. It's got a different name in Revelations as well, and the upgrade is completely different. The upgraded form is called the Eastdoom Oth, and he has 15 bullets rather than the 25, and takes on the Pack-a-Punch from Revelations. But at least it's still got those ridiculously overpowered, longer lasting red holes. The super Easter egg of completing all Easter eggs and collecting the gateworms just gives you an RK5 as well as your normal starter pistol. So what actually happened there? The Apothican Servant must have originally had an upgrade in Shadows of Evil, or else they wouldn't have had the Arv-Gwaioth name and the powered up version in the game at this point. They would have just added it with DLC 4 that they did with everything else that was exclusive to certain DLC maps. I reckon they made the upgraded version and started working on an Easter egg to upgrade it, where you'd put it in the cocoon, with the location of the cocoon depending on the name of the servant and what character you're using. You'd feed it one of those dead Margwa hearts or something, and it would spit out the upgraded version. But then they realised the upgraded version was massively overpowered and basically invalidates every gun on the map, so decided to cut the quest without deleting the gun or some of the tools you needed to upgrade it. Then when you force a gun to upgrade for a glitch or an oversight, it just defaults to that version. Then Treyarch realised how much the community was losing its shit over this upgraded version, so they decided they should probably bring it back when they made Revelations. They probably already knew they were going to have the Apothican Servant in Revelations before the game actually released, but during development of the DLC they realised to make it slightly less overpowered they were at least going to have to reduce the ammo. But considering you can carry this and a thunder gun at the same time, it's hard to say they've really balanced this map. Then again, considering how out of place it is on this map, and how there's no audio cues or voice lines relating to the Apothican Servant or its upgrade in Revelations, I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if it was a late addition to the map, just to cover Jason Blundell's arse after he just made up this line. If you like this video, it would be cool if you watch another one, or just like and subscribe. Cheers.